ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। या देवी स्तूयते नित्यं विबुधैर्वेदपारगैः सा मे वसद्जिह्वाग्रे ब्रह्मरूपा सरस्वती। यन्नित्यमानन्दमनन्तमेकं शिवेति नाम्ना श्रुतयो गृह्णन्ति। तस्यावतारो नररूपधारी कृपासुदाब्धिः भुवि रामकृष्णः। रामकृष्णगतप्राणां तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारां जगन्मातृस्वरूपिणी। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयात् इतरतश्चात्वेषविज्ञस्वराड् तेने ब्रह्मकृताय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तगुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। सत्यव्रतं सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यं सत्यस्य योनिं निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं मृतसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमदितितीर्षतां तमोऽन्धम् संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुम् उपयामि गुरुं मुनीनाम्। यस्यात्मभूतस्य गुरोः प्रसादात् अहं विमुक्तोऽस्मि शरीरबन्धात्। सर्वोपदेष्टुः पुरुषोत्तमस्य तस्याङ्घ्रियुग्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्। तस्माद् भारत सर्वात्मा भगवान् ईश्वरो हरिः श्रोतव्यः कीर्तितव्यश्च स्मर्तव्यश्चेच्छता भयम्। एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्यां सुधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभः परः पुंसाम् अन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः। Bhagavan Shukacharya is giving the essence of entire teachings of Vedanta Shastram. What is the purpose of Vedanta Shastra Pramanam and what is the teaching of Vedanta Shastra Pramanam is mentioned here. The purpose of Vedanta Shastra Pramanam is to give self-knowledge to the humanity, and the teaching is that the individual is divine in nature, but his divinity is not recognized because of his attachment for his external personalities, physical, emotional, intellectual personalities. So to get rid of these external personalities, one should have a love for the real nature of the self. The real nature of the self is addressed in many names. Ishwaraha, Harihi, Bhagavan, Sarvatma. So, devotion to the Lord is the highest achievement in human life. This is the grand assertion of Vedanta Shastra. Here, Bhagavan Shukacharya says, of all priorities in our life, every human being should give first priority for devoting oneself to the Bhagavan. By devoting one's life to the Bhagavan, gradually he gains the knowledge about the self and about the non-self, about the one's own real nature and about the nature of the external Jagat. Then naturally he disidentifies himself from the external nature being temporary and dukkadayakam, source of all pain. He disidentifies himself from the external nature, which includes his own body-mind complex. So one who is not involved in this process of gaining knowledge is wasting his human life. This is the assertion of the entire Vedanta Shastra Parampara. Abhayam ichyata chet. If you want to be free from bhayam, bhayam represents all types of mana klesha, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsaryadi, varieties of emotional problems. If you want to get rid of these emotional problems and be happy as your own nature, this is the only way, holding to the Lord's feet with knowledge. Initially it can be with emotions, then gradually it should be converted as a knowledge-based loving relationship with the reality of this creation. So however intelligent a person may be, however much he may be successful in gaining external objects, but still his life is a miserable one if he doesn't have the grandest entity called Bhagavan or Bhagavad Jnanam. Either Bhagavan or Bhagavad Jnanam in his life. Therefore he says, Etavan eva. This much only. How much? Bhagavan Ishwaraha Harihi Shrotavyaha Kirtitavyacha Smartavyascha iti Etavan eva. The human life is meant for gaining this knowledge. Simple. Human life is meant for finding his own real nature. In a beautiful way, this is explained in the life of Bhagavan Ganesha. The Bhagavan Ganesha was offered modakam. Modakam means a type of sweet by Mother Parvati. When other devatas asked, what is this new one? Then Mother says, this very sweet represents the purpose of human life. The outer cover of the sweet is nothing but rice powder. And inside that sweet is full of purnam. It is called purnam. It's a sweet object. The sweetness is covered with rice powder. By seeing that sweet, nobody will understand, even imagine, such a sweetness is inside it. Generally when we eat sweet, how we eat? We don't eat whole sweet into our mouth. We don't put whole sweet. We will taste little. When we taste little, this modakam, what is the part we taste? Only rice powder part. So after tasting that rice powder part, we keep it away. What is this? No taste at all. But Mother Parvati says that you should find out that Purnatvam which is inside you the sweet, because you are the sweet. So that very sweet eating has a philosophy in our Sanatana Dharma. See, the food item has philosophy. This is the grandness of our Sanatana Dharma, and it was given to a child which is born out of the meditation of Mother Parvati. Mother Parvati was meditating on Omkara, Omkara Shabda. How nice it will be if the Omkara takes a form like that. The result is Bhagavan Ganesha, Ganapati, Gajanana. So when he was given Annaprashna, Annaprashna means first cooked food. She was giving Annaprashna this one, Modakam. Then when every Devata asks, why, what is this new one? Generally Annaprashna means they will give milk pudding, payasa they call it. Now you are giving this one. No, no, no. My child is born out of Omkara. So it should be grand in knowledge. The very first food meant for it will be with full of philosophy. So every human body is nothing but rice powder. Human body, when I say, it includes Stula Shariram and Sukshma Shariram and Karana Shariram. So it is hiding the Purnatvam, the Akhandatvam, the Anantatvam, the Amrutatvam, the Ananda Swarupatvam is hidden. What is the purpose of human life? Using this outer personality, one has to find out his own inner and real personality. This is called Janma Labha. Janma Labha means a Labha in Janma. You are born in human life, na? The human birth has one Labha. What is that? Ante Narayana Smritihi. Somehow or the other, you have to find out that Narayana means not four hands wala, having Shanka, Chakra. That is secondary meaning of Narayana. Naram Prati, Ayanam Iti. Nara means every living being. One who resides as Akhanda Tattvam in every living being is called Narayana. That Narayana's knowledge should be there. So, Etavan Sankhya Yoga Abhyam. Sankhya means Vedanta Shastram. Yoga means Abhyasa. Upasana Marga Abhyasa. Whether you follow Vedanta Vichara Marga or you follow Upasana Marga, what is the end? Profitable end? Umsam Paraha Labha. Highest profit is Narayana Smritihi. Swadharma Nishtaya Sankhya Yoga Abhyam Janma Labha Paraha Pumsam Narayana Smriti. The ultimate goal of life is this Narayana Smriti. Whether you are a Swadharma Nishtitaha means Karma Yogi. Sankhya Yoga Abhyam means, Sankhya means you are a sannyasi, one who doesn't have any ritualistic duties, one who dwells always in scriptural, philosophical viveka, vichara, or you are a devotee, bhaktaha, following the upasana marga. Whatever your condition may be in life, what is the profit for your life? If you ask, I will tell that Narayana Smritihi. That means whether you follow Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga or Jnana Yoga, whatever yoga you follow, according to your condition only you can follow anything. You can do what you can do. My Acharya Swamiji used to say always, you can do what you can do. You cannot do what Hanumanji did. You cannot do what Ganapati Maharaj did. You cannot do what Krishna did. You cannot do what Ramachandra Prabhu did, nor you can do what Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's Mother Sarada Devi or Swami Vivekananda did. You can do what you can do. What you can do, this you can do. Trying to get this Janma Labham, trying to get this highest profit. Because if you want to consider your life as a successful one, then this should be in your life as achievement. What is that? Love for the Lord. Narayana Smriti is the word mentioned. So how can we remember somebody called Narayana? How can we remember? Only if you have love for that entity, then only you can love. Otherwise, no love will not come. Out of sight, out of mind, they will tell. Out of sight, out of mind. All other transactions and I love you exchanges, all what? Because of sight. What sight? You not only see that person, you see in that person some profit for you. Then only you can say, I love you. Then only you can say mentally I love you, then only you can say action wise I love you, then only you can say even orally I love you. What you see? You see, along with that person, there is a prayojanam, profit because of that person. So, unless Narayana is understood as a profitable entity, Narayana Smriti is not possible. So, how Narayana is a profitable entity? How Narayana is a profitable entity? In the previous shlokas, he told Bhagavan, Ishwaraha, Harihi, Sarvatma. These are all the 4 reasons to love the Lord. Whatever may be your mental condition, mental maturity, you cannot avoid loving Him because He is Sarvatma. Whomever you connect in your life, He is the Atma of that person. Tadedat preyaha putrat, preyaha vithat. You connect with your child and love. Who is the person receiving that love? Same Narayana only sitting inside. You connect your life with another person as wife or husband. Who is the person actually living as husband and wife? Same Narayana. So being Antaryami, being the essence of all living beings. Not only all living beings, all objects in the creation. Bhagavan is Sarvatma, therefore you cannot avoid loving Him. You may not be aware of that fact that you love Bhagavan only. You say, I love my wife only, I love my husband only, I love my child only, I love my house only, I love my dog only. But what is the statement? I love Narayana who is in the form of my husband. I love Narayana who is in the form of my child. I love Narayana who is in the form of dog, unfortunately. So, the love for the Lord cannot be avoided. And here Bhagavan Shukacharya says, what life it is if the human heart doesn't have love for the reality? What heart it is? So, Narayana Smriti is possible only if you know that Narayana is the grandest one in your life. How it is the grandest one? He is your own real nature. Being Sarvatma, he is your Atma only. He is your own real nature. How can you avoid loving yourself? No, 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 I did not get that much of knowledge. I am habituated to exchange the emotions only. No problem. Bhagavan. Therefore you love him. He is Bhagavan. Sundara Murti. Adhara Maduram, Nayana Maduram. Where you will get this much of beauty? Character beauty, physical beauty, behavioral beauty. Knowledge is beautiful. When Bhagavan opens his mouth, what a beautiful ideas come. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Whatever may be the critical situation, even at the battlefield, he opens the mouth beautifully. Or when you cry, he opens the mouth. How he says, Yamirukka Bayame. Don't worry. I am here. This is what we understand. The actual statement is Yam Irukka. When you are there. Yam means what? As Chaitanyam, you are there. Bayame. As existence, when you live, what is there to fear of? As Namarupa only you can have fear. As existence itself. As Satyajnanam Anantam Vastu, where is the fear? So, when he opens the mouth, then beautiful words come. When he sees you, wonderful sight it is. When he walks, it is wonderful. When whatever leelas he did, all are wonderful. What is there for you to obstruct loving him? Or if you are a person of duty conscious one, he is a wonderful person. Maryada Purushottam. You can learn from him how to perform your responsibilities and duties. So, he is what? Not only Bhagavan, Ishwaraha. Karma Phaladhata, Dharma Phaladhata, Dharmasya Prabhuhu, Achyutaha. Dharmasya Prabhuhu, Achyutaha. So, therefore, you can love him. No, no, Swami, all the time I am troubled by my prarabdha karma. Whatever is around me is full of prarabdham only. And I have the glani of guilt. I have guilt about my past. I have anxiety about my future. I have restlessness about my present. These three only human mind experiences. Morning, alarm bell rings. Along with that, these all three fellows will ring. Get up, get up, get up. We have to trouble you. Rahu will come, Ketu will come, Shani will come. So many and Navagrahas also are appointed to see that you get these things. As long as you stay as a human being, as long as you want to live with a particular individuality, this Rahu, Ketu, Shani Bhagavan, Navandan, Brahaspati, Navandan, Surya Bhagavan, all fellows Navagrahas will come and see that you have to disidentify yourself with your individuality and love the Lord. So therefore he is called Harihi, Harati, Sarva Papani, Sarva Glani, Iti Hari. Therefore, Janma Labha, Ante Narayana Smriti. First he says Narayana Smriti is Janma Labha. Second, if you read the same statement, Ante Narayana Smriti. Janma Labha Narayana Smriti, if you take, that means knowledge. While living, you have Janma Labha. While living, you attained the Narayana Smriti. While living, how it is possible? How it is possible to have Narayana Smriti for 24/7? When you gain the knowledge, he is not different from me. He is myself. For a Jnani, Narayana Smriti is while living itself. That is called Jivan Mukti. The person is called Jivan Muktaha. Suppose he is not able to gain that Narayana Smriti while living, at least Ante. At least at the fag end of your life, you should get this. How? How I will get? Shastram says, if you practice devotion emotionally, even though you don't have knowledge about the Satya Vastu, you don't have actual knowledge about your real nature and the Bhagavan's real nature, even though you consider him as different entity staying somewhere else in Vaikunta or Shivaloka, still that emotional transaction which happens in your mind daily during prayer and during your lifetime helps you to have the darshan of that Ishta Devata. That's called Ante Narayana Smriti. For that, many alvards and saints have requested, Bhagavan, I am trying to have Narayana Smriti while living. But there are so many things which obstruct this Narayana Smriti, starting from mosquito onwards. And Rahu, Ketu, all are there in my Kundalini. So, I am not sure that I will get your Narayana Smriti as a natural one in my life while living. But at least at the end of my life, you should make sure that I should get that Narayana Smriti. When Kulasekara Alvar was there, he was a Raja, Kerala Raja. He has renounced everything and came to Srirangam and was staying there. He has done a beautiful Sanskrit literature called Mukundamala. There he gives this prayer. Krishna Stadiya Pada Pankaja Pancharantam Adjaiva me Vishatu Manasa Raja Amsaha Pranam Prayana Samaye Kapavada Pittaihi Kantavarodhana Vidau Smaranam Kutaste. He says, Bhagavan, how can I remember you when my prana prayana samaya happens? Because that time eyes may not see, ears may not hear, and even breathing will be difficult. If they admit me in hospital, they will put me in ventilator and I cannot open my mouth also, oxygen pipe will be there. Everywhere lots of injections and pipes will be there. I will be lying down on the bed, but I may not be even remember because they might have given anesthesia. So there is no guarantee when I will die, how I will die. Will I die by accident or by somebody's killing or natural death? I don't know. But one thing you reserve for me. You should be my final companion for the travel where I may go, I don't know. So, Adyaivame Vishatir Manasa Raja Hamsaha. Now itself, please come and take the seat in my heart, because of which I will feel that my companion has come, who is going to accompany me has come. That is why Shastra says, if you remember the Lord when your sense organs and mind are intact, then even though you don't gain this Atma Jnana because of attachment towards the worldly thing, but still, because of your remembrance, the emotional attachment with the Bhagavan, Bhagavan assures that I will come and take you to my abode. Aham smarami madbhaktam nayami paramangati. Nayami paramangati. Aham smarami. And in Gita also Bhagavan says, Om ityekaksharam brahma vyaharanma manusmaran yat prayati tyajantegam tayati paramangatim. When a jiva gives up his body with all consciousness, uttering Omkara mantra and meditates on me, then gives up his prana, I will come. Is it in our control? Even to sit at that time is not under our control. If you try to sit, the nurses and doctors will tell, lie down, don't get up. Arey, I know I have to get up and go, but they don't know. So they will tell, lie down. Where to lie down? There are many sadhus in our order. They understand that they are going to depart and they fix the date also. One Swami like that, he fixed it just 2 days before his passing. So he has fixed the date, and because of that he stopped eating. Then immediately other elders thought, oh, health is not good, so let us admit. Then he told, no, don't admit. I don't want to go to hospital. I want to go to Bhagavan. From here only I will depart. Like that he says. But others will not agree. So they insisted, no, Swamiji, we have to admit you. He told, no, don't admit you. I will not come to a hospital. So he was very adamant in staying in the ashrama, and peacefully he told, Arey, 1 or 2 days only, like that he told. Within 2 days he gone. Gave up his body. Whether we have that clarity of thinking at that time, whether the health permits or not, we don't know. But if you practice Bhagavad Dhyanam, Bhagavad Nama Sankirtanam, Bhagavad Mantra Japam, and if we listen his glories while ears are nice, when we sing his glories, when tongue is okay, and when we make the Bhagavan as the center of our life, then Bhagavan will certainly remember us and say, this fellow whole life, he spent the energies of his indriyas and mind in meditating on me, in singing my glory, in talking about my glories. So, let me go there, because for every function, for every happening in this person's life, relatives come. When he got birth, relatives came. When Annaprashna happened to that jiva, relatives came. When marriage happened, relatives came. When that fellow got a child, relatives came. Now this fellow is going to depart. Who will come? Who will accompany? All relatives are physical relatives, Deha Bandhus. There must be one Atma Bandhu. This fellow did not get Atma Jnana, which happened to be the actual Bandhu. At least let me go there, help me him. As an external Atma Bandhu, I will go there and help him. Like that, Bhagavan will come. That's why Yesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Datami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yena Mam Upayantite Teshameva Anukam Partam Aham Ajnanajam Tamaha Nashayami Atma Bhavasto Jnana Deepena Bhasvata. This is the assurance given by the Lord that I will provide a Gurudev who will remind you about your real nature. But the same shloka is interpreted by Bhakti Acharyas in different way also. It is wonderful. So they say, whole life you sing the glory of the Lord. Na? Last moment he will come and he will chant Karna Mantram. What is that Karna Mantram? According to this Bhakti Acharyas, Ramanam Satya Hai. Ramanam is the Karna Mantram. Bhagavan Shiva, not only he repeats to himself always, whenever he finds chance, he repeats into the others' ears also. To repeat in everyone's ears only. He is sitting on the Rudra Bhumi, burial ground. So no fellow can escape. If he sits in a temple, many fellows escape. So one place no fellow can escape. So there he is sitting. Therefore, especially in Rudra Bhumi, Manikarniga Ghat of Kashi Kshetram, Pratyaksha Devata is available. Whoever dies there, at the last moment, he utters this Karna Mantram. Then Mother Parvati helps Bhagavan Shiva to remove all the bondages and give moksha. Here the moksha mentioned here is Sadgati. One more chance for the Punya Loka. This is Paurani Karna Mantra. But Upanishad Karna Mantram is what you know. Na karmana na prajaya dane na tyage naike amritatvama nashuhu. This mantram has to be uttered by son in the ears of parent when they are in deathbed. What is the mantram? Daddy, mummy, all the while you hanged on me, you hugged me, you attached to me only, but you are not going to get anything. Neither I can accompany you, nor there is any punya for your attachment. Because punya can accompany. Having attachment doesn't produce any punya. So therefore, at least in next Janma, please try to remember this fact. You will get nice thing only by renunciation. Don't marry and beget any child. Who says? Who says? Child. That is called Karna Mantram of Upanishad. Na karmana. Don't waste your time in futile activities, in getting degrees and PhDs and jobs. Na karmana, na prajaya. Not by marriage life or non-marriage life. Whatever it may be. Not dhanene. Not by acquiring varieties of Aksha Lakshmi. Nothing will accompany you. Yage, naike, amritatvama, nashuhu. You have to give up everything, whatever you feel, it is yours. You have to give up. You have to give up very identity of physical personality. That's called tyagam. That's called jnanam. Atmajnanena amritatvam idi tyage naike. Atmajnanam is not gaining something. Atmajnanam is nothing but removal of these personalities in our understanding, giving up the physical, emotional and intellectual personalities. This is the highest labham, janma labhaha. Yen labdva cha aparam labham manyate na adhikam tataha. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, this is the grandest profit. Yem labdva cha aparam labham na adhikam iti manyate. This is the greatest one. You will not consider any other thing as profit. Yasmin sthito na dukkhe na gurunapi vichalyate. Another angle also says, people are afraid of getting trouble. People are interested in getting profit. Okay. Both will be fulfilled here. This is the grandest profit. Second one is Gurunapi dukkena. To punishment you get support. Then also you will find it as a mosquito bite. Bas. Esmin titaha san Gurunapi dukkena. Guruna means not by Guru. Huge problem. Guru means here huge or worst. Then also you will find it as a mosquito bite. Bas. So, your very birth is validated by this labhaha ante narayana. For ignorant but devoted person, what is a janma labham? Ante narayana smritihi. For wise man who has self-knowledge, what is the labham? Sarvata narayana. Understood? In Puranas, we come across varieties of example for this ante narayana smriti. Jatayu served Bhagavan Ramachandra Murthy. He got janma labha. Maya anujnataha tvam gaccha lokam anuttaman. Bhagavan Ramachandra Prabhu gives him farewell. The farewell which can be given to only a Agnihotri Brahmana. That ritual is performed for Jadayu by Bhagavan Ramachandra. When Lakshmana asks whether this ritual is fruitful for this departure, he says, Maya anujnataha. If I have to send somewhere else, they may return him back. Like Trishangu. Vishwamitra sent Trishangu by Tapaspalan to Surga. There gave a hit. Get out, you fellow, you are not qualified to enter with body, with your physical body. Like that, they sent him out. They kicked him out. So that is called Trishangu. So there Vishwamitra's Tapapalam was not helpful. Here, I am not sending this jiva to any other loka, any other gati. Mama anujnataha. I am sending him to my home, he said. What is his home? Vaikunta. So Uttama Loka Gati. And even Bhishmacharya, you see, final moment, we saw that how Bhagavan comes and stands as a Sakshi for his devotion. So, Janmalabhaha Narayana Smritihi. Bhagavan Shukacharya says, Prayena munayo rajan nivrutta vidisheshadaha nairgunyastha ramante sma gunanu kathane harehe. Parishit may ask, when Narayana Smriti happens in a natural way, which is in the form of Atma Jnana, Aham Brahmasmi. Is there any possibility of enjoying the Lord's Leela as though happened to someone else? See, he has gained the knowledge, the wise man has gained the knowledge that Sarvam Khalita Brahma, Aham Tad Brahmasmi, Aham Sarvosmi. This is the knowledge he gained. That is the real Narayana Smriti. Because it is going to stay with him 24/7 in whichever body he lives, however long he lives, even to a kalpa paryantam he lives also, this knowledge is not going to go away from his remembrance. So it is connected with first person singular. We remember first person singular alone in every moment. Please understand. There is no possibility of remembering anything second person or third person, whether it is singular or plural. All are only time to time. But first person singular is remembered all the while. Any statement you tell, any statement you think, any action you do, there will be first person singular. You try to tell any statement without first person singular. Not possible. The first person singular may be hidden or explicit, but first person singular will be there. What is that first person singular? I. So Bhagavan is connected with I, therefore he is remembered always. Is it possible to remember him as a different entity and enjoy the Leela? Or will he become a dry fellow? Will the Jnani become a dry fellow or a tasty wala? A person who can know the taste of Bhagavan's Leelas and Rupas. Here, Sukabrahma Rishi says, Parishit, beautiful question you ask. Even after gaining Atma Jnana, the Jnani is the only fellow who enjoys Bhagavan's Leela full happily. Yes, there is no Ahankara in him, so therefore there will not be any inferiority complex. In every devotee, there is a complex called I am lesser than Ishvara. So therefore, there will be a time. Podampa. So, Avarapati Chalingri. Yes, I cannot hear somebody's glory. To some extent only. I can hear. That is why these Pauranikas stories are all getting bored, Why? Because in his vision, the person about whose glory he is hearing is different from him. But in the vision of Jnani, the glory of the person which is told in the Shastra is his glory. Therefore, happily he will be enjoying it. So here he says, Prayena munayaha nivruttaha vidhishedataha. They are nivruttaha. Vidhi nishedhabhyam nivruttaha. Nairgunye brahmani sthitaha. Api, he Rajan, harehe gunan katane ramanti. They enjoy this Hari Kathanam, Nama Sankirtanam. That is why wherever you sing glory of the Rama, who comes? Bhagavan Hanumanji will be there. Whether you see or not, he will be there. Wherever you see. Whenever you see. Because as even somebody attends in this Jagat, Rama, then years are getting long for Hanuman, because he has to live here up to Pralaya. Because he did not want to get separate from the Rama. So what is the way? So they have connected Ramasya Astitvam with Rama Nama Astitvam. So Rama Nama is equal to Rama for him. So whoever utters Rama Nama, immediately he will be there. If you sing the Ramayanam, then he will be very happy with all tears. This is not a story. It is not a story. It happened in our own Ramakrishna mission history. When Brahmanandaji Maharaj was attending Ramanama Sankirtanam at Kashi, he could see Bhagavan Hanuman in that Ramanama Sankirtanam. Even today, if you go to Kashi Ashrama, there is a temple for Hanumanji, dedicated for Hanumanji. When I asked what is this, why suddenly Hanuman is coming here inside the hall? Then they told, no, this is the place where Ramanama Sankirtana is to happen. Brahmanji Maharaj had the vision of Hanumanji sitting with all tears in the ears. So, even if he is a grandest jnani, he will enjoy the glory of the Lord. Munayaha, not single person, in plural only. The rishis who have gone beyond all vidhi and nisheda, rules and regulations of life, who have gone beyond all Vedic injunctions and who are established in their Atma Tattvam, still they delight in singing the glory of the Lord. Earlier we came across the same idea, Atma Ramascha Munayaha Nirgranta Api Urukrame Kurvanti Ahaitukim Bhaktim Ittam Bhutagano Harihi. Ittam Bhutaguna Hari. This is the grandness of the Hari. He pulls, he drags jnanis to his side. Open your eyes, my dear, and see my beauty. I told the incident of Tulsidas Maharaj and Samartha Ramdas Maharaj story in previous classes. You have to remember. So, even the jnanis delight. You take Parishit, me, myself as the example. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Adhitavan Dwaparadav Pitur Dvaipayanadaham. You take me. I learnt it from my father. Dwaparadav Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam. Brahma Samhitam means Brahma Namaika Pradhanam. Brahma Samhitam Sarva Veda Tulyam Ati Apurvam Evam Idam Bhagavat Proktam Bhagavatam Puranam Maya Aditam. I learned from my father when Dwaparada. When Dwapara Yuga end, Vyasacharya's life, Krishna and Vyasacharya are contemporaries. Sukha Brahmarishi says, Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Adhitavanaham Pituhu Dvaipayana. From my father I learned this beautiful scripture. How can you learn scripture? We heard that from birth onwards you don't have the idea of duality at all. How you came to learn the scripture? If you ask, Parinishtitopi Gunye Uttama Shloka Leelaya Grihita Cheta Rajarshe Akyanam Yad Atitavan. Oh my dear king, hey Rajarshe, what you say is correct. I was always established in Ekatva Bhava only. There is no second entity at all in my thinking pattern. Always I used to establish in Atma Tattvam, Nairgunya Brahma Swarupam only is the fact for me. Still, that Krishna pulled me. Barga Petam Natavara Vapuhu Karnayo Karnikaram Vibradvasaha Kanaka Kapisham Vaijayanti Chamalam Randran Veno Radara Sudaya Purayan Gopavrandai Vrindaranyam Sapataramanam Pravishat Gita Kirtihi. This is the song pulled me when I was roaming in the forest. This is the song which declares the beauty of the Bhagavan Krishna. Pulled me. Grihita Cheta Aham. See, it is a nice thing to hear from a free person who doesn't have any bondage that I am bound and dragged by. Are, you are free from Navagraha. You are free from all your prarabdha, Sanjita karma, Agami karma, and even Ishvara Bandha and repeated birth and death. But you are bound by Grihita Cheta means I am dragged, I am attracted. Somebody has pulled me. Grihita means pulling. Who has pulled me? Bhagavat Leela. So, Bhagavan's glory pulled me. Tadaham te abhijasyami maha paurishiko bhavan yasya shaddatam ashusyan mukunde matisati. So, this is the grand thing. What is the grand thing? Remembering the Lord. At any cost, at all situation, by any means. Somehow or the other, the mind should be connected with the Lord. Whole lifetime becomes fruitful. That connection is possible only if you have either devotion or Atma Jnana. If you have Atma Jnana, your remembrance of the Lord is guaranteed all the time because the Lord becomes first person singular. Whatever you think, He is thought of. If you don't have knowledge, but you have devotion, bhakti to the Lord, then you try to remember the Lord every moment of your life. Before starting cooking, you remember the Lord. This food is meant for Bhagavat Naivedya. Before taking bathing, you remember the Lord. This is the temple of the Lord. So it should be kept with purity. Therefore, this Abhishekam is going on. Anything you do, you decorate yourself with fair and lovely, then also you can remember the Lord. This is the temple of the Lord. So now and then I have to give whitewash. That is called whitewash. Fair and lovely whitewash with scent and flowers and whatever you decorate yourself with all ornaments. Just you are decorating the Garbhagraha of the Lord. With this idea, if you live, whether you marry or don't marry, no problem. Whether you go to job or don't go to job, no problem. Because you are always with the remembrance of the Lord. But there is a challenge there only. The external things will carry away our mind. The employer, the team manager, one who takes work from us, he will come and stand in front of us like Rakshasa. Because of our Ragadvesha, that fellow will be Rakshasa in our life. For some people, unfortunately, husband and wife become Rakshasas and Rakshasis. For some people, children become Rakshasas and Rakshasis. So these are all the ideas should be thrown away from our mind. Entire life is having only one purpose. What is that purpose? Being happy, relaxed, cheerful, loving. How it is possible? Isha Vasyam Idagam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat. Narayana Smriti should be smeared with all things in the life. In a food item, they smear certain things, Dhaniya pata, they smear. With curd vada, Tair vada mele, dhaniya pata poda. You smear certain things, dry fruits on the ice cream and on the sweet. Like that you smear and make the thing very nice also, palatable. Similarly, you smear the Narayana. Instead of taking food without remembering the Lord, if you remember the Lord and take food, it becomes prana ahuti, the food becomes naivedya. Every moment of our life should be with Narayana Smriti. This is the grand achievement. How logical you see, a person who has this attitude will never have problem at all in life. You try at least one day. You can experiment in your life. You can experiment this assertion in life. Janma labhaha, he says. Profit in life. At least one day you can enjoy this profit. If not possible for all the years, at least one day you try. What should I try, Swami? You should not ask. Vidiya Vidiya Ramayanam கேட்டு சீதைக்கு சித்தப்பான்னு சொன்னதா இருக்கக்கூடாது. ராமர் சீதைக்கு சித்தப்பான்ட்டாங்க. விடிய விடிய ராமாயணம் கேட்டு. Not like that. What should we try? Anything you do from moment of waking up onwards up to the going to bed, one day you try to remember the Lord. Anything you think, anything you do, anything you talk, you try. Mind becomes so alert it will be, and it will be very happy also. You try. One day at least you can try. Na? One day you can try. It is possible for one day, it is possible for 10 days. If it is possible 10 days, for 10 days, it is possible for 10 years also. So, whole life becomes with the remembrance of the Lord. So, it's very logical statement. It is not told out of emotion. It's all Shastra Pramanam and Yukti Pramanam and Anubhava Pramanam. One day you fix, whatever may be the situation, I will remember the Lord. You try. Mind will be so happy, peaceful, relaxed, without any worries and anxiety. So, Narayana Smriti is the Janma Lapaha. Then the question comes, okay, Swami, Narayana Smriti is Janma Lapa. How to practice it? I told you how to practice it. Again, will come the question, how to practice it? Shastra gives the answer, how to practice. You practice it in any way. You consider Bhagavan as your Ishta Devata, or you consider the Srishti as your Bhagavan, or you consider any form of Bhagavan as Bhagavan, or you consider your own real nature as Bhagavan, whatever may. So, there are types of Narayana Smriti. Eka Rupa Bhakti Bahurupa Ishvara Bhakti hi, Vishwarupa Ishvara Bhakti hi, Arupa Ishvara Bhakti. Ekarupa Ishvara Bhakti hi, Bahurupa Ishvara Bhakti hi, Vishwarupa Ishvara Bhakti hi, Arupa or Sarvarupa Ishvara Bhakti hi. About that, varieties of Narayana Smriti, we will see in the next class. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Tadeva Ramyam Ruchiram Navam Navam Tadeva Shashvan Manaso Mahotsavam Tadeva Shokarnavam Shochanam Rinam Yeduttama Shloka Yashono Giyate Gopika Jivana Smaranam Govinda Govinda.
Bhajare Gopalam Manasa Bhajare Gopalam Bhajare Gopalam Manasa Bhajare Gopalam Bhajare Gopalam Gopalam Bhajita Gochelam Bhaj Gopalam Bhajita Gochelam Rijayan Moolam Niti Sutakalam Rijayan Moolam Niti Sutakalam Bhajare Gopalam Manasa Bhajare Gopalam Bhajare Gopalam Agamasaram